welcome to Act Like a Man podcast. This is your host, Dennis. Special tayo today because I've invited a friend that I actually met on TikTok and then realized later we were churchmates. Ang galing, di ba? Pastor pala niya ako. What a funny story, but something that you could see that even in social media, you can actually connect with people, not knowing where the path would lead. And I'm here now with my friend Neo Rivera. Hello, Neo.
Hi, Pastor Dennis. Hello po to all the Act Like a Man listeners. Yes.
If you know Neo, Neo is a host. Ngayon, online host. Dati, host lang. Ngayon, online host. Digital creator. TikTok sensation.
Wow!
Acting coach. Kaya kung gusto ko mag-acting, pinapanood ko muna yung mga videos niya. Kung paano umiyak. Hindi ko kaya, maliit pa ako eh. So yun, laki. Ang laki ng ano mo eh. Laki ng puhunan mo sa luha. No, sa akin, wala ata masyadong luhang lalabas.
May konti lang yung space, kumbaga. Ganun ba?
Oo. So, madaming roles tong si Neo and that's why I asked him to come here because I think there's a topic that's very relevant today that would bring an edge to somebody if you learn this talent called creativity, or maybe, I don't know if it's even a talent or it's an innate gifting called creativity and how we can harness it. Pero Neo, maybe a little bit about your journey in the creative arts. Paano ka napunta diyan? Saan ka galing, 'di ba? Paano ka sumikat ng ganon? Yeah.
Wow. Okay po. Well, since we're talking about creativity, Pastor Dennis, and naisip ko tuloy na napa-backtrack ako nung elementary days pa. Sobra akong fond when it comes to visual arts, painting, drawing, and then, alam mo yung, dumating yung point na pag may project sa arts or may project si teacher, laging ako yung takbuhan ng mga tao na, uy, pati pag group, kailangan i-group si Neo or kailangan siya yung partner natin kasi for sure okay yung magaganyan. So, every year, I wasn't hindi ko masabi sobrang tali or hindi ako kasama dun sa honor roll. Pero, isa yun lagi kong nakukuhang certificate every year. Every recognition day is best in arts. Oh. So parang yun na yung lagi kong nilook forward. Every end of school year. Wala naman pake kung basama ako sa honor roll. Sabi ko, basta may best in arts ako, happy na si mama. Proud na si mama sa akin.
Are you from an artistic family na?
Hindi actually. Nagulat parents ko sa akin na, wow, bakit parang masyadong maano tong anak namin sa arts. Then, yun, moving forward sa consistent yun, pas na elementary to high school, best in arts yan. And then, sabi ko tuloy, okay, ang gusto ko maging painter. Yun yung sabi ko. When I grow up, di ba, sabi sa nung bata ka, when I grow up, I want to be a painter. Then, high school, nag-iba. Doon naman pumasok yung interest ko sa performing arts. Singing, dancing. Yun yung, so from visual arts, sabi ko, okay, masaya pala mag-dance. So, sayaw-sayaw kami. Nauso pa na, sabi ko, yung spaghetti. So, sabi, sige, spaghetti tayo, ganyan. So, and then to hip-hop. Tapos, yung singing naman dumating because pinipilit ako ni Papa noon. Mahilig sila mag-karaoke ng mga kumpare niya. So, pinapakanta niya ako ng kwando. Yan lagi ang first song na natutunan ko, na master ko. Kwando. So, hanggang sa I graduated high school, kumbaga nakilala din ako na si Neo, ano yan, aside from visual arts, mahilig sa painting, ganyan, masayaw din yan, na nadala ko siya sa college. And then,
Of course mo nung college?
AB Communication Arts.
Com arts ka.
Com arts.
Com arts.
Ay, talaga ba?
Pero hindi ko natapos kasi na bumagsak ako eh. Nag-iba ako ng course.
Yun ang pinili ko, Pas, kasi walang math.
Sakto.
Di ba? Walang math. Kasi magbibida na ako sa arts. Pero, wag mo ako pagbidahin sa math dahil wala, olats tayo dyan. Wala akong masishare sa math. Hanggang multiplication table lang ata. Pero, isa rin sa pinili ko was fine arts or advertising. Basta may makita akong arts nung namimili ako ng course. Basta may arts, baka pwede to. Then aalamin ko ano pwede, anong pwedeng maging trabaho. But something in me really wanted to pursue a career na related talaga sa arts, be it performing or visual arts. Pero syempre, ang question sa akin, okay, kikita ba ako dyan?
Oo.
Or
Actually,
paano?
yung mga ano.
Di ba? Yun yung questions na magiging successful ba ako sa field na to dahil lalo na sa field ng arts. Kasi sa atin may ganong stigma na pag ganon yung field mo, medyo ganon yung tingin ng ibang tao na, bakit yan yung tinake mo? Hindi ka naman kikita dyan, hindi ka maging successful. So, I took it somehow as a challenge na no, gusto kong maging trabaho or career is related the arts, be it visual or performing. Then college, kaya kung napili communication arts kasi major niya is multimedia. And sabi ko, gusto ko rin, I think majority may desire lahat to be an artista. Parang gusto ko rin i-try maging artista. No? Parang ang saya maging artista. So, isa rin yun sa may desire sa akin na parang, okay, I wanna enter show business. I wanna enter the media industry. Kaya nung nakita ko, sakto, Com Arts, major in multimedia arts. Pursue natin to. Okay, sige. So, yun na. Siyempre, first years, mga ano lang yan, minors, mga math, ganyan-ganyan. Thinking na dalawa lang ang math ng course na yun, natapos ko na agad. Binagsak ko pa yung isa. Bumagsak pa ako ng trig. Ano naman yun? So, and then, na-enjoy ko siya kasi, wow, may production, may visual arts, Photoshop, then, ang daming, yung mga majors ko, kumbaga, doon ko na-discover na, wow, doon ko nasabi na, it was challenging, pero hindi siya yung parang pinilit ko na subject or na course. Kasi parang, alam mo yung puzzle piece ka na hinahanap mo kung saan kahuhulma. And then, nag-fit lang ako bigla doon na hindi ko alam na mag-fit ako. Na pag may exercise yung professor na, okay, create a travel show. Parang yung utak ko, boom, 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 boom. Ang dami na agad pumapasok. And hanggang sa na-enjoy ko siya to the point na when it comes to the visual arts class, yung basically Photoshop, na nag-advance study ako, na ginawa akong assistant teacher ng professor na, okay, ito yung ito yung gagawin na activity natin for today. Then, he would ask me, Neo, ano to? Alam mo na ba to? Okay, sige, assist mo na yung mga iba mong, iba sa class. So, and then, doon ako na, hindi ako honor student nung high school and elementary pa siya. Pero, nung college, nagulat ako. Pumasok ako sa DL. Wow! So, sabi ko, So I realized na parang, wow, if you're doing something that you really love or nag-e-enjoy ka and kumbaga, nahanap mo yung hulma mo, even in school, you would excel, hindi man effortlessly, pero kumbaga, pag susor ka lang, kasi nagagamit mo yung kung ano yung na-equip sa'yo, nagagamit mo siya the right way. And after college, doon ko naman pinursue yung pagiging performer. But nung college, sumali ako ng theater club, sumali ako ng photography club, sumali ako ng dance troupe. So pinagsasabay-sabay ko yun. Sabi ko, sige, tuloy ko ulit. So from high school, transition to college, tuloy ko ulit. Hanggang sa magtrabaho ako, doon ko pinursue yung performing arts and trying to enter the show business. And started with commercials. But
lumabas ka na ba sa movie?
Sa movie as support lang, pero isang movie ni Enrique Hill. Kasi nga gusto nga i-try ganyan so nag-workshop nga ako. Pero sa commercial ako medyo nagbabad kasi thinking 'di ba pag commercial kailangan yun yung stepping stone kumbaga para mapasok sa industry. But something happened na medyo na culture shock ako, natakot ako sa galawan sa industry, like a Laguna boy, probinsyano boy all throughout his life. Tapos lumipad, pumunta sa Maynila. Kumbaga na culture shock ako eh. Hindi ko alam na ganito pala ka-agresibo yung mga tao, lalo na sa showbiz industry. Kaya parang nag-step back ako, natakot ako, nag-apply naman ako as a flight attendant sa
Wow, ang
Malaysia.
layo ah.
Nag-OF, di ba? Yung switch. Kasi sabi ko, okay, parang siguro yun yung point na nag-compromise dun sa sabi ko, gusto kong career yung performing. Parang okay, I tried to settle na sige, dito na lang sa at least okay na may stable na career, okay naman yung bayad, I get to travel, parang easy life. Pero a year of flying, sabi ko, alam mo yung may hole sa akin. Parang nasabi ko to sa sarili ko na my creative soul is dying. Parang I needed something. Hindi ako masaya. May pera na pag-travel pero hindi ako masaya. I feel like may hole na kahit anong pera, travel, wala talaga, hindi siya napupunan. Sabi ko, gusto ko ng creative outlet. Not until my friend, sabi niya, try mo yung vlogging. 2016, 2017, hindi pa masyadong boom yung vlogging sa Pinas. So sabi ko, ano yung vlogging? Sabi ko, ano yun? Sabi niya, wala, share ka lang. Check mo tong tao na to. Nagbigay siya ng mga famous vloggers that time, Casey Neistat, yung top 1 niya, sabi niya, check mo kung paano siya sabi ko, okay. Sabi ko, anong i-share kong story? Sabi ko, okay, I'd share a day in a life of a flight attendant. Dinocument ko lang yung flight ko, Malaysia to Iran, nagpunta kaming Iran, 5 days kami doon, dinocument ko lang. Nagulat ako nung in-upload ko siya, madami palang taong may interest sa buhay ng flight attendant na how it usually goes to prepare for flight, etc., etc. Then doon nag-start na sabi ko, oh wow, hindi siya sa akin kasi nga yun yung nagiging creative outlet ko na.
Yeah.
So kumbaga nagkaroon ng balance na work and creative, may outlet for my creativity, which is vlogging. Bumalik ako sa Pinas. Nag-resign ako. So sabi ko, hala, nag-gain ako ng subscribers doon. Pero yung naging kong audience was the flight attendant audience. So ang question ko ngayon sa sarili ko, struggle ko na nung umuwi ako, dilemma rather is, paano na yung content ko? Paano na yung nang i-upload ko? Kasi ang hinahanap nila flight attendant. Ano pang gagawin ko? Hindi na ako flight attendant. Hindi na makapagbigay ng tips. Not until a friend sinabi niya sa akin na, alam mo Neo, you gained this amount of subscribers because of the flight attendant content. And pagpatuloy mo lang, and you will gain new subscribers who would love you or who would appreciate what you're doing now. Kasi ang worry ko nun, sayang naman yung nag-gain ko. Sayang yung nag-gain kong audience. Baka hindi na sila manood. So, nakatulong sa akin yun. Yung sinabi niya na parang, okay, sige. Then I transition to lifestyle vlogging. Then sabi ko pa, gawa kaya ako ng cabin crew tips series. Kaso since hindi na yun yung ginagawa ko, hindi na updated, hindi ko na alam ano sasabihin. So natigil din siya. And then yun, eventually I pursued the performing arts career. So nahinto si content creation.
So theater actor ka rin?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then now because of the pandemic, syempre walang theater eh. Anong mas pinofocus mo ngayon?
Grabe yun. Kasi nga, nung nag-theater na ako, nag-focus ako dun, sabi ko, hindi, theater actor ka, huwag ka mag-content creation. Kasi parang sabi ko doon, okay, tapos na ako sa content creation, theater, focus na ako sa theater. Nag-focus ako for a year. I did a number of shows, sunod-sunod, na sobra din akong natuwa ko. It was so amazing how God orchestrated that from having zero to nothing. Of course, zero. From little to nothing, little to no experience sa theater, professional theater, na pasok ako into big productions. Kaya sobrang ibang klase yung works ni Lord doon. And nung nag-hit yung pandemic, so canceled lahat ng shows. May mga gagawin pa sana kaming show May of 2020, September of 2020, like nakalatag na talaga eh. But then that happened. And then sabi ko, sige nga, bigyan ko nga ulit, balik nga ulit ako dito sa YouTube.
Yeah.
But this time, the purpose or yung intent is kind of different. Unlike before na creative outlet lang siya. This time, okay, paano ko masusustain ngayon yung pagiging, yung parang iba yung driving force this time. So, wala, upload ako. Di man lang umabot ng 1,000 views. Dati, 24 hours, more than 1,000 na yung views ng video. Sabi ko, ano ba to? E di, sige, upload pa rin ng isa pa. Then, since pumutok uli si TikTok nung pandemic, sabi ko, i-visit ko nga uli si TikTok. I tried dubbing again, and yung nag-gain ko na around 30 plus K na followers sa TikTok, sabi ko, sige, gamitin ko to, utilize ko na lang, baka mag-grow pa, ganyan. Hindi pala ganyan yung ni TikTok, di ba, Pas? Na pag may followers ka, hindi siya kagaya ni Instagram na yun yung makakakita.
Yeah. Discovery trend all the time ang TikTok.
Yes! Which is, natuwa ako sa ganong algorithm niya, and yet, that time, parang sabi ko, ba't ganun? Marami ang followers pero ba't walang konti rin ng views? Kaya parang sabi ko, weird. Then, tinigil ko yung dubbing. Sabi ko, okay. Then, anong content ilalabas ko? Then, I saw this creator, gumagawa siya ng videos nag-share siya ng thoughts niya or inspirational thoughts every morning. So sabi ko, gayahin ko to. Gayahin ko nga to. Then, sabi ko, sa akin, share ko yung mga devotionals ko, ganyan. So, sabi ko, share ko yun. The idea is good. Yeah, looking back, the idea is good. Pero, yung intent ko is really not to share information or to motivate people to add value. It's to gain more followers. Yun yung gusto ko na, sabi ko, mas okay ang gagawin ko diyan at mas okay yung gagawin ko diyan. Mas okay yung content ko, so dapat mas mag-gain ako ng followers. Kung ikaw na-gain, mag-gain din ako. Kasi I'm planning to do a better version. Hindi rin lumipad. Wala rin. After first video, wala. Second, wala. I wasn't expecting that kind of response na ang baba. Then sabi ko, okay. Then I realized na the heart was in the wrong place. Yung mali yung intent. Oo nga, sabi ko, I was trying to twist God's arm at time nung pandemic. Sabi ko, share ka pa. Tapos gagamitin mo pa yung devotions mo para
para lang sumikat ka.
Para sumikat ka. Sige, walang nangyari nga. Until I just surrendered and asked God na, Lord, how do you want me to create this season? How can you use me? Lord, I'm here. Please po. Parang, how can I be of help to the people? How can I use my talents, my gifts? Kasi I've always use them pala throughout elementary, high school, college, and then theater. Sabi ko, Lord, this pandemic, paano ko magagamit yung mga binigay mo sa aking skills and gifts? That's when hosting came, Pastor, na may takot ako sa hosting nung before pandemic. Kasi that's me. That's me speaking out my thoughts. That's Neo talaga. Unlike pag may role ako, may character, may facade, may hindi si Neo 'yan. So, pero pag hosting, sobrang takot ko diyan. Minsan ika-cancel ko yung gig. Minsan magagawa ako ng excuse para sabihin ko, ay, sama pakiramdam ko pasensya na. Ay, may show ako diyan pasensya na, hindi ko kaya 'yan. So, yun yung nagbukas. And then when I learned how to process my thoughts, or kumbaga mas maging open, mas maging vulnerable, mas maging raw and real sa sarili ko muna. And then I gave content creation, TikTok, another chance. Sabi ko, since ito, I'm hosting, and minsan ang daming tumatakbo sa isip ko na thoughts na, make sense, no? O nga, no? Ganyan. Parang I would write it down. Then sabi ko, one episode, one time after ng isang episode ng isang show, sabi ko, we talked about faith and rejection. So, syempre on fire ka pa after the show, after ng chikahan nyo, after ng sharean nyo. Biglang, sulat lang akong ganyan, sabi ko, share ko kaya to sa TikTok? Share ko kaya to sa social media as a content, since it's a bite-sized content? That's when wala lang, share ko lang like the bite-sized inspirational motivational videos came about na wow. Then nagulat ako sa reception ng tao na wow, nakaka-relate sila. Na-appreciate pala nila na that's when I realized na when you be yourself and be vulnerable, that's when we can actually add value to people. That's when they can relate. Hindi yung gagawa ka lang just for the sake, twist mo pa kung ano-ano pang aanuhin mo para lang sumikat. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now po.
Yeah.
When it comes to creativity and content
You
creation.
said something kanina about yung na-challenge ka dahil yung purpose mo nun was gaining followers. Now, parang nakausap ka ni Lord about that. Ito yung isa sa mga, well, I discuss this with my kids, no? Kasi they're into the arts also Mahilig sa mga plays, kanta, ganyan, music. May panganay, actually gusto nga niya mag-music course.
Wow!
So yun yung mga debate namin, actually, yung mga sinabi mo, nako, alyahan na, paano na yung career, di ba? Pagka music lang, di ba? Because though we appreciate music here, we don't pay much sa mga musikero natin, which is a sad thing for me because some of the best musicians are in the Philippines.
True.
And why do they need to go to Hong Kong? Or they need to go somewhere else or go to a cruise ship to get the money when wow, yung talent nyo, tas dito binabash pag magaling. Kailangan pa si Oprah pa, kailangan umangat. Diba?
Agree.
Diba parang, wow, sayang naman. Mga komedyante natin, mga stand-up comic natin, ang gagaling lahat, diba? Pero it seems like there's that, you're in, yung sinabi mo kanina, yung stigma about, ay, nasa creatives ka.
Yeah.
Hindi namin masyado babayaran. And I think this is where calling and purpose comes in. That you are still on this path, whether it paid well or not. You feel like God is, parang binabalik ka ni Lord kahit nag-FA ka pa, di ba? Parang binalik ka rin ni Lord parang, hindi ka dyan, di ba?
Totoo. Quick Pastor Dennis, quick background lang doon kung paano ako bumalik. May incident na nahulog yung eroplanong sinasakyan namin, 5,000 feet. So,
wow.
Tumalsik kami sa ceiling, yung ganong eksena. Then, that led me to, nag-isip na ako na, magre-resign ba ako, ganyan. Pero may nangyari kasi na nagkaroon ng issue sa company na they had to let me go. So, kaya ako napabalik. And then, sabi ng ibang friends ko, sabi no, Neo, si Lord, inalog ka sa eroplano. Para tama na yan. tama na. Balik ka na dito.
Anong advice mo sa, una, siguro advice mo sa mga tulad namin mga magulang that tends to discourage kids when it comes to the creative? I think I need to hear it from you. That's number one. Second, to encourage young people who might be listening to this, who are in the creative, and that's what they hear. What would you tell them?
Growing up, I would say that I have I have parents na sobrang supportive in whatever I wanna do. And I've also talked to friends na parang meron din silang supportive parents and meron din na parang not as supportive and would discourage their children na talagang sobrang kontra. And I think, Pastor, and for all the parents out there, it adds so much confidence sa anak at kumbaga nagkakaroon sila ng thinking na at the end of the day, ang importante na niniwala sa akin, sinusuportan ako ng magulang ko. Kahit anong sabihin ng mga tao sa labas. Because ang mga taong dapat sumusuporta sa akin, ang mga taong naniniwala, yung mga tama, which is yung mga magulang. And I think sobrang big role yon. Simple man, Pastor, pero ang laki ng impact niya eh. Like, support.
Yeah.
Siguro din sa akin sa case ko, before I even pursued this kind of career, tinapos ko yung schooling ko. I did it good. I made them proud in a way. Hindi man valedictorian, hindi salutatorian, but I did my best and they saw that. They saw how hardworking I was nung college and I focused on that. And kaya siguro sinuportahan din talaga nila ako all throughout. That's a big thing. Support talaga for parents. So encourage, if you're a parent and listening, try and see the gift. Yung gift na meron sa anak mo. And if yung anak mo na yun is really pursuing that and really love to pursue that kind of career, support them because regardless kung bumagsak man o hindi, mag-fail man o hindi, because ako when I tried to become an FA, they also supported that. And then nung bumalik ako, okay lang yan anak. Support ka pa rin namin. What do you wanna do now? Go lang. Ito yung gusto kong lagi sinasabi ni Papa. Every time, nung nagbumalik na ako, sabi ni Mama sa kanya, magkakasama kami sa kotse, sabi niya, gusto na daw bumalik ng anak mo sa ganito, sa ganyan. Pursue niya daw ulit yung acting, ganyan. Hindi ko makakalimutan, sabi ni Papa na. Yung Bisaya pa, na parang, padayon, sige, suportahan ta ka. So, sabi ko, wow! Parang, hindi niyo ako i-force na magtrabaho na lang. Parang, wow, thank you so much. And yun yung isa sa yung major factor talaga. It's really support. And if you're going through naman, parang sa mga anak naman who would want to pursue, it's really have the right kind of why. Ask yourself, why do you want to do it? Why do you want to pursue it? And because if you do it for money, for fame, for status, it won't really that hindi siya ganun kabigat, hindi enough yung reason na yun. I tried pursuing this also with those reasons na gusto ko sumikat, gusto ko magkapera, gusto ko ganito, ganyan. And what I'm trying to say is pursue the one who gave you the gift and that desire. Pursue God, because at the end of the day, you'll just find yourself doing it because you're grateful, you're happy na binigay sa'yo ni Lord tong mga gifts na to, and you just bring it all the glory to him by just being excellent in what you do. Be it creative or in the office or performing or singing or TikToking. So, yun po.
Yeah. Grabe. Ang ganda. Ang ganda ng journey mo. I think, and ang ganda lang ng conversation na to kasi you're in the middle of it. You're not yet in the, meron akong friend na si Direct Zach Sisip. And when he was directing early on, it came to a point that they had no more income. Parang hirap na hirap siya. Parang sobrang liit ng income. And he knew he was in this for the long haul. Not knowing that he'll be one of those directors now who will be directing so many films na nakikita natin sa Netflix. But it took more than a decade for him. Actually, magpo-40 na ata siya nung medyo he made it in a way, di ba? Parang, huy, nakatikim, di ba? Parang, and then tuloy-tuloy na, di ba, from that on. But yung lesson lang, when we were talking, sabi ko, grabe, no? Yung patience mo, waiting for more than a decade to see that happen. And I'm excited for you. Kasi alam ko, diyan ka nilagay ni Lord. And wala ka pang 30. Di ba? So, ibig sabihin, there's a long road.
24 pa lang. 24.
TikTok age. 24. Pero there's a long road ahead of you. I'm excited for you actually. That this is something that you're doing because, you know, yung why mo mas clear na ngayon. And I think for every 20-year-old watching this, you'll go through that journey na dinaanan ni Neo, yung bang, dito ba ako? Baka mag-flight attendant na lang ako, di ba? Di ba, ang daming options. Diyan yung ano, yan, yung may podcast kami ni Alec Cuenca na...
Uy, si Alec!
Yeah, na-mention ko lang yung about calling and potential. Potential-wise, marami naman talagang kayang gawin, lalo na pag 20 plus kayo. Ang dami mong energy, di ba? But it's narrowing down on the calling that God has for you. And I think I see that in you, how God has put grace in you in the performing arts, in the creative arts. And wala, nung binuhos ni Lord dati yung mga gift on the creative, isa ka dun sa mga frontliner na kumuha nun. No? So, you're one of those guys. You're an artist by heart. So I think treasure that and continue to cultivate that. And I know you are. And I've seen how good you are in what you do. So keep that. No? And I hope that encourages everybody listening here. No? Hindi lahat magiging tulad ko na gusto magnegosyo, gusto magpastor. Yung iba talaga na sa creatives. No? At magandang usapan yan. Kung anong kailangan gawin. Lalo na pag Pilipino ka, and you're in our nation, and the pay might not be that good, might have to double the work, might have to hustle a bit more, or make that a second job, a side hustle that could earn you in the near future, but something to think about because you know that God called you there. No? Now, alam ko bitin to, no? Pero may next episode pa tayo with Neo. Gusto ko kasi itanong yung mga, gaano ba kahirap gumawa ng content? No? Kasi marami gusto mag-start. Start na ako. After pangatlong video, wala na, hindi na nagpakita, di ba? Kasi nahirapan na. Or 3 lang nanood, no? Yung nanay niya, siya, at saka siya, di ba? So, napanood niya lang ulit. Parang lang may views, no? So, that I think is something we all need to hear also, the work that goes behind content creating. So, thank you so much, Theo, for our episode for today. Na-encourage ko rin yung panganay ko. Continue on that path. No matter what, di ba? Pag-pray mo na lang na kumita si Daddy, support pa kita.
Amen! Amen!
Alright, so thank you so much, guys. If you are listening to this and you like the content, please subscribe to our channel. We are on Spotify. We are also on YouTube. We dump our videos there for you to watch and see the very handsome face of my guest, Neo. So, nasa YouTube dito. Alright, so thank you so much, guys. Also, I would put on the description below yung mga TikTok profile ni Neo para mapanood nyo din siyang sumayaw at mag-dub at umacting. Yeah. Alright, so thank you so much, guys. See you again in our next episode.